Hello YouTube, it's Calgreghard here with a new episode in NBA 2K16 My League mode with the Celtics.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Toronto Raptors. Checking out Toronto. They split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Well, Boston had been in a bit of a rebuild since the end of the days of the Big Three. Last season, they got back into the postseason. Shaq, where do you see this team going in the next few years?
Well, they have great guards to build around, and they can continue to be big players in the free agency for the next few seasons. They got to make all the right moves. Their president, I played for him. He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
You know what? I could see them trying to strive for the modern version of a lot of NBA teams. That means getting three-point shooters. If they get more three-point shooters building around that, some crisp passing, that can be a championship mix.
Thank you for joining us. We go.
Here we go, in the game against Toronto Raptors, our division rivals, and I couldn't help but notice before the game that Kyle Lowry was an 89 overall and DeMar DeRozan was 88. Everybody is crazily highly rated on this game, which makes no sense. Only current players, actually. Old players don't seem to be as high rated as I think they should be. But anyway, we're in the game, and Kelly Olynyk wins the tip. But it takes us at least a minute to get any points. Here it is, almost a minute and 10 seconds right now, and Kelly Olynyk gets our first points. Keep an eye on Kelly Olynyk this game because I do play very well with him. Here we go, Toronto Raptors. They've already got 2 points in this game. I'm still winning by 4, and Kyle Lowry gives a nice pass to Jonas Valanciunas. Good job they waited around for him in the draft, wasn't it? Because that's a name impossible to pronounce. I tried getting cheeky with a forward pass, but Valanciunas, I believe, or Scola, tipped the pass, giving it back to them. Here we go. I don't know. Oh, DeMar DeRozan gets some nice points. I was watching DeMar Carroll in the far corner. I was watching what he was going to do. Completely forgot what I had to do then. Here we see Isaiah Thomas trying to take Kyle Lowry off the dribble, which I get the pump fake, which gets a little bit of separation, and the 5'11", 5'9", I'm actually not net now right now. That's quite surprising. Gets the layup over a 6-footer, which I like. I do realise we need some shooting guard size because Avery Bradley is a starting shooting guard and he's 6'2", 6'3", I believe, and that's just too small. I don't like him being that small. Here we go, Kelly Olynyk. He's a nice 7-footer and making the threes for us, which is very nice. He's got 9 points already. You can see in the top right corner. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas having a nice game, but Kelly Olynyk gets a block, showing he can defend sometimes.
And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same.
You know, we got a group of guys who came in and bought into the offensive system, the defensive system, and it just clicked. And we got a bunch of guys in here who only want to see each other be successful, and it's rare in this league to have a team like that.
The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
I was allowing them to finish talking then, even though they did interrupt me, the little can't say the so-and-sos. But DeMar DeRozan gets the points. Oh, Drebko on a nice dunk. But DeMar DeRozan gets the points, and I think he's a future all-star for that team. All great players. He's up there with Vince Carter, Kyle Lowry, Chris Bosh for Toronto Raptors, great. But yeah, I'm going to carry on in the game, and Toronto Raptors get the lead here, but I spin off DeMar DeRozan with Marcus Smart getting a nice layup, proving I was playing this game against my friend in real life the other day, and I was learning some new post moves, dribble moves against him, because you have to against real people. The computer's a lot easier. But Olynyk, have shown his post game. It hasn't got much of a post game, but it worked out well for him there. But here you see Evan Turner gets a little bit of space, considering I get double teamed with Sully there. Gets the easy deuce. Here, Great defence from me, just bouncing Kyle Lowry all over the place, and then given to Valanciunas and Linux just keeping him so far back, forcing him to take this poor shot in a second. That shot, why would he throw that up? I don't understand that. I would sell him in this game. I would get rid of my player Avery Bradley in a nice layup in transition there. I would get rid of my player pretty instantly after that shot. Too bad our players, I mean, that will never happen. Here you see Kyle Lowry's holding the ball. The last possession against Evan Turner though, which I don't think is really a great matchup for him, except for my backer way too much, thinking he will drive like an idiot, and skinny Kyle Lowry gets it now.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
I hope you don't mind the way I edit those halftime reports. At the beginning of games, I usually just edit it to the points where there's noise and you actually have something to hear or watch, which may look a little bit choppy, but it saves time. And I like it. Oh, nice dunk by Sully right there. Even though I had a Linux open on 3, I'll go for a dunk instead. It's prettier to see. But here again, DeMar DeRozan just bullying the size of Avery Bradley, proving that he should be a target for me this summer because he does have a player option on his contract. In real life, I believe he will take that. He will stay in Toronto. But in this game, I'm just hoping otherwise because I want him in Boston. Here you get to see Linux again getting open, but only a 2, even though the man has a 90 rated 3-point shot. Ooh, watch this. You see Terrence Ross coming back door. And I was watching that as well, and I went to block the passing lane with Isaiah Thomas, and Lowry gets the 3 on me. Again, yeah, not a great shot, but I get the rebound, kicking it out all the way to Marcus Smart, who has an open look and misses that. I had to include that, even though I didn't make it, because just proving a point that I could not make shots in these last few quarters, except from Linux. Linux always makes shots for me. That 90 rated 3 again, giving me a 1-point lead. Lasting till the beginning of the fourth actually, but here Sully does not get a foul. That happens a few times in this quarter. Yeah, that should have been a foul against James Johnson, who got fouls earlier in this game, and I kept reading it as Mia Johnson getting worried, thinking, what the fuck has my player done? But anyway, just stop distracting myself, giving it to Zeller, who gets James Johnson in the air again. He's all over this game, getting a dunk on his face. Here I'm not going to force it into paint, but I get that foul again. Where is the foul? I get it this time to go in though. Lucky enough. But here again, Sully, again mismatch with DeMar Carroll, again mixed up with names. And that's another foul. That was probably less of a foul than the previous 2, but seriously. Here just terrible defending. I seem to just fall asleep with Bradley and just let DeMar DeRozan get a dunk there, and they have kind of got on a spree right now, and that's a foul, but the other 3 weren't. I don't understand it. He's acting like I broke his back. But he misses the second free throw, makes the first, which leads to a fast break with Bradley, who makes the shot for me. Nice lad. They've still only got a 1-point lead. I have a chance in this game. Here we go, DeRozan trying to cross me off. I play pretty well defensive, even though I gave him a little bit too much space. But there you go, that was a bad foul. But he makes those shots. Come on. I couldn't get anything earlier in this game. I couldn't make any threes, and they were getting that. It was just being annoying. But here, I got Bradley on a fast break, which I was loving. Wasn't touching the left stick, just held square and he faded. I just had to show that, because, again, annoying. But there you go. DeMar DeRozan just nailing the coffin. Ends the game there. Just, where's the black screen? Just, I tried to foul him, but nothing really much happened. He makes the free throws, because it's DeMar DeRozan. 88 rated player, obviously. One of the greatest of all time. Makes both free throws. That's the end of the game there. It's done. Just kidding. I had to show one more play. This is Thomas. I knew the game was done. I just decided to shoot the free, and the little man makes it over Corey Joseph. I do believe that.
Kyle, congratulations on this win. Tell us what the team's objective was tonight that most helped in getting this victory.
Everybody played. We all played together. We stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Cohesiveness and aggressiveness, a pretty good combination. Thanks for the time, Kyle. Guys?
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
Well, DeRozan is capable of just going off on any night. His leadership, though, that sets him apart right there. DeMar leads by example, and his team feeds off that good energy.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Here we go, showing you the box score, proving Kelly Olynyk only missed one shot, which was 3. Could have made it, just saying. No, it was a kind of, it wasn't even forcery actually, it was just off a pick, and he was open, just missed it. I can't complain when he makes 8 other shots though. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan just proves his dominance, but I'm going through my target list for next off-season, and DeMar DeRozan is the first name on that list. Then it's Sam Whiteside, because I do need a defensive big. I know I've got Simbalar, but I do prefer my defensive bigs. I get Bradley Beal as well, because we do need some three-point shooting and size on the wing. He's not incredibly big on the wing, but he's big for a shooting guard, which I like. And here, obviously, KD is in everybody's target list. Even though I do control the Thunder as well, KD's on the target list, and I think we should mix it up a bit, because we have the Thunder playing us as well, and the Thunder will win it this year. Let's face it, the only team that can beat us is the Warriors if we can beat the Spurs. But, yeah, so I'm looking at some draft picks from the Nuggets and Raptors, because they both have a team that's not their pick, so if I trade them a better player, I do not make them better. But either way, that is the end of the episode there. I hope you enjoyed watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it to your friends to get the word out and subscribe to come back for more. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.